Welcome back everyone to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 2. We have a boss we have not fighting yet back in the Forest of the Fallen Giants. Let's watch the cutscene. Yep, that's the pursuer. Holy shit, this guy. This dude, crazy intimidating, super strong. You can use these ballistas to try to kill him, but he's not having none of that. No. Alright, so, one, I want to say sorry about the audio issue in the cutscene. My footage got messed up. This dude, fucking strong, really strong. So right after you beat the last giant, you can come up here with the soldier's key, opening a door and getting up here. I didn't show the way to get up here because it's fairly easy to find, and I'm sure you'll find your way up here regardless. But the thing is, this dude is super tough, so it's unlikely that you should fight him after the fallen giant area. I keep fucking messing up with the name. Not like it matters. Don't fight him then. Wait some time. Come back later when you feel much more confident. I'll say there's a couple tips with fighting this guy. Firstly, I would recommend being melee. If you're not melee, I'm sorry. Careful of that attack. If that attack hits you, it will raise you up into the air. And that was a perfect dodge of that combo, so good on me. But if he hits you with that blue sword, then he'll raise you up into the air and then try to curse you. I don't know if I got cursed from it in another attempt, but almost. Holy shit! Again, scary. The other thing is, his essentially blind spot is his shield. Because while his shield is used for the normal sort of blocking, all of his hacks are to the left. So as you go to the right, you just keep dodging them. Like you saw, I perfectly dodged both those combos right there. Perfect. Like, that's how you should do it. You take very little damage that way, and I don't even have to worry about raising my shield if I do that. It can be tough because he can go over to the edge, which makes it tough to actually circle around him, at which point just pray that he dashes at you and try to avoid it. I mentioned before the ballistas can actually kill him, and if not, super damage him, but I never got a chance. That was the closest I ever got, which was like half a second away. Other things are, he often does that, he does either a 3 combo, or he has a 3 combo and that, as well as a couple variations, and one really quick dash at you that he does from afar. So as the fight is getting closer to the end, I was getting scared, like more and more scared, because I was terrified that I would die here, but I kept my cool about me. I thought, okay, I know his 3 hits. All I have to do is just keep dodging through it. Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. That's all you have to do. Stay focused. Stay positive. Stay to the right. And pay attention. You don't want to get hit by that shield. If you're blocking, you can block the first hit, fine. And then dodge the shield bash and dodge or block the other one. It's probably better to dodge. Attack. You got this. You can do this. I managed to do it on my own without a phantom. Not even looking up, like, okay, the only thing I looked up was, hey, go to the right. Someone mentioned that. I was like, well, shit, I'm going to try that. That's all I looked up. Tough fight, but honestly, you know, the way he looks, like, the boss fight, the area, I think he's my favorite boss so far. And I've beaten about 6 or so bosses. He is tough. That is so true. Very tough, but, beatable. You know, that's Dark Souls, like, to be honest. I will say though, I'm actually skipping something here on accident. You'll see in a moment. Right ahead, right there. There's a crack in the floor. If you go over there, or maybe it was just behind me, or there's like a break in the floor. You could drop down onto some rubble and fall back behind the rubble, getting yourself some armor. It's the Drangleic or whatever. It's the name of the like country or what would you call it, area we're in, the Drangleic, and you get the whole armor set there. So you want to do that. But if you want to go to a new area called the Lost Bastille, I think that's the name, that's how you get there, right here. You go check out the nest, and the bird that dropped off the pursuer will take you and drop you off at this place. It's actually partway through the area. So, yeah, the Lost Bastille, which I believe means prison. So it's a little bit like Undead Asylum, but it feels very different, trust me. And I will also say, holy shit, this area has a boss that's super tough. And I've not yet beaten him, but I swear I will. Also, the Lost Bastille is actually after No Man's Wharf, but I'm going to try to edit it so that we sort of go in order. But it's going to be tough because I sort of jumped around from No Man's Wharf back to Lost Bastille, back to No Man's Wharf, back to Lost Bastille, which makes it a little tough to understand. But I'll do my best to keep them somewhat cohesive in terms of how it went. So right now I'm moving all my souls of bosses into the box. That way I don't accidentally consume the souls, because that would be terrible and I would hate myself for life. Don't worry, I'm also going to hate myself for life because I accidentally kill an NPC later. Maybe in the next episode, so I don't know when you'll see it, but I still feel stupid about it because it was just... I just didn't need to at all. I was just dumb. I was like, well, and I just killed him. It's stupid, and when I show you, I'm going to say probably 30 times over, don't kill the NPC, don't kill the NPC. There's almost zero NPCs that I think you should kill. Almost zero. The only ones I would recommend is if there's a character that happens to be similar to, whatever you call it. The terrible person from Dark Souls 1. I don't remember his name, but he was the guy that kept backstabbing you. Maybe a character like that you could, or any character that you finished their entire quest lane, or quest line, so you've gotten any possible items from them, any possible anything, you know, gestures, all that. Maybe then I would recommend killing them in case there's no way to get any of their stuff otherwise. I don't know. Also, I'm using the Sublime Bone Dust here, so some forces strengthen Estus Flask. I think this means that the Estus Flask heals for more every time you use it. Not sure, but I believe this turns it into a +1 Estus Flask. But regardless, you can see the new area there. That's Lost Bastille. I was getting a little confused as to which was which there. But instead, I'm going to go to No Man's Wharf first, and I'm not actually going to show the completed No Man's Wharf run. I thought instead I'm going to show you all my attempts the first time through here. Because what happened was, I go through here a few times, and we could see that the lady from before is gone. Someone recommended use fire, and I was thinking, I wonder what it could be for, so I'm using fire. And I fail No Man's Wharf. The first, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 7 times or so. That's the first death. Bravo. A little bit of clapping. That is amazing. That is the dumbest death I've ever had. Literally. Regardless, this area can be tough. People, or some people, at least my friend, has said that it's basically the new Blighttown in terms of difficulty. Not really. It's Blighttown without the lag. That's not entirely true. I think it is tough because these guys, they're like Valkyrian warriors or some shit like that. They are ridiculously tough compared to the usual Hollow, because they seem very similar to the Hollow, but they're tough. Also, I should mention right there, that is the thing, some of these guys will actually throw like bottles of, instead of like fire bombs, they'll throw bombs essentially full of, that's right, oil or like gasoline or whatever, something like that. I think it's oil. And there's another guy who is shooting flame arrows. That combo makes for a really, really tough situation, unless you are smart about it and either take out the guy with the oil first or take out the guy with the fire. I recommend the guy with the fire because he's just a hollow that happens to have a bow. Also, I'm showing a couple of the items I get because when I show my full run through here, I won't be getting those items because they're already picked up. But anyways, this is what I was talking about when I said use fire. These guys, these weird looking things, are I don't know what you'd call them, but they're just weird creatures that happen to do a lot of damage, but they are afraid of fire. So use fire if you want to avoid having to deal with them at all. So that's about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. And the next one, I think I might make it so that the next one we complete the whole entirety of No Man's Wharf. It's going to be pretty cool. I will see you then. Goodbye.